Most people chase confidence. They want to feel bold. They want to feel certain. They want to walk into rooms believing in themselves. But confidence is not the foundation of a strong life. Self-respect is. Confidence is emotional. It rises when things are going well and collapses when they aren't. Self-respect is structural. It's built quietly through standards, discipline, and the ability to keep promises to yourself when no one is watching. That difference is why confidence fades and self-respect endures. Confidence is emotional. Self-respect is structural. Confidence depends on outcomes. You feel confident after a win. You lose confidence after rejection. You feel confident when others approve. That makes confidence unstable. Self-respect doesn't depend on outcomes. It depends on behavior. It comes from knowing that no matter what happens externally, you showed up internally. Confidence asks, how do I feel? Self-respect asks, did I do what I said I would do? One is reactive, the other is foundational. Men don't lose confidence. They lose trust in themselves. Most men don't wake up one day insecure. Confidence erodes slowly through broken promises. You say you'll wake up early and don't. You say you'll train and skip it. You say you'll focus and scroll instead. Each time the mind takes note, not consciously, but deeply. Over time, your subconscious stops believing you. That's when hesitation shows up, doubt grows, confidence disappears. The issue was never confidence, it was self-trust. And self-trust is built through self-respect. Self-respect comes from living by standards. Self-respect is not a feeling, it's a relationship you have with yourself, and that relationship is defined by standards. Standards decide how you treat your time, what behavior you tolerate from yourself when you stop negotiating with comfort. When standards are low, motivation has to work overtime. When standards are high, action becomes automatic. Men fail when they abandon their own rules, not because life is unfair, but because integrity breaks down quietly. Why motivation always fails? Motivation is unreliable. It depends on mood, energy, and circumstances. Some days it shows up, most days it doesn't. If your life depends on motivation, your progress will always be inconsistent. Self-respect doesn't wait for motivation. It operates on principle. You do the work because it's who you are, not because you feel inspired. That's why standards beat motivation every time. Confidence without self-respect is fragile. You can look confident and still be internally weak. Loud confidence often hides broken self-respect. Overcompensation replaces stability. Validation replaces structure. That's why some of the most confident-looking people collapse under pressure. When things go wrong, confidence cracks. There's nothing underneath it. Self-respect gives you something to stand on. Even when you fail, you don't spiral, and because you know you acted with discipline and honesty. Self-respect creates quiet confidence. Confidence built on self-respect doesn't need to announce itself. It's calm, measured, stable. You don't need to prove anything when you know you keep your word to yourself. You don't chase approval because you already trust your own effort. This is why truly grounded men aren't loud. They don't need to be. Habits are the language of self-respect. You don't build self-respect through affirmations. You build it through habits. Getting up when you said you would, doing the work when it's boring, stopping when discipline says stop. Every habit is a vote for your self-worth, and every excuse is a withdrawal. Over time, the balance shows. Why men stay stuck for years. Most men don't lack ambition, they lack internal consistency. They want confidence, but avoid structure. They want results, but resist discipline. They want self-worth, but keep betraying themselves. You cannot respect yourself while repeatedly choosing the easier option. Self-respect requires friction. Standards protect you from your worst days. On good days, anyone can feel confident. On bad days, only self-respect shows up. When you're tired, stressed, discouraged, or doubting yourself, standards step in. They decide for you. They remove negotiation. You don't ask, should I do this? You already decided who you are. That's power. The shift most men need to make: stop asking how to feel confident. Start asking how to live with integrity. Stop chasing hype. Start building structure. Stop relying on emotion. Start relying on standards. Confidence will come, but it will be a byproduct, not the goal. This is the real definition of self-worth. Self-worth isn't how highly you think of yourself. It's how consistently you respect your own word. If you want unshakable confidence, stop chasing the feeling. Build the foundation. Confidence comes and goes. Self-respect stays. When your habits align with your values, your self-worth becomes unbreakable. You don't need to convince yourself you're capable. You prove it daily. Let this be the takeaway. My habits define my self-worth. If this message helped reframe how you see confidence and discipline, subscribe for mindset content that builds strength from the inside out, because confidence fades, self-respect endures.